guys, it's Brandon Miniman from Pocketnow.com, and this is the software tour of the at&t Pantech Matrix Pro, also known as the successor to the old Pantech Duo. And as I use this device more and more, I'm beginning to like it, and this is why. Yes, it has a very thick design, but the rounded edges and the very smooth surfaces makes for a really comfortable in-hand experience. When you take it out of your phone, it looks good. When you rest it on the table, once you get past the thickness, it looks really nice, very sheen. It's a nice break from kind of the harder edges that you find on devices like the HTC Touch Pro and that sort of thing. Also, the slider mechanism has a function, whereas on the old Pantech Duo, the slider did nothing. For example, it does two things, really. You can answer calls and end calls by opening the slider, which is very convenient, because it extends the phone and it makes it more comfortable in hand. And number two, it will actually unlock the keypad, and it will lock the keypad. So if you slide the slider up after you're done using it, after the screen turns off, the device will automatically lock. And this is really great so that you don't accidentally call people while the phone's in your pocket, but when you want to quickly use it, you take it out and you slide it either way, and you will get the screen to unlock. Now, something I want to mention before I get into any of this is screen rotation speed, because that's very important. You don't want to rotate your screen and the screen is still stuck in the portrait orientation. So let's take a look at how it compares to the original Pantech Duo, and then we'll talk about how it compares to other devices. So here we are on the same screen, and let's give it a try. Okay, so the Matrix Pro is a little faster. Although it is a little faster than the Pantech Duo, it's still a little bit slow, and it's not as fast as a device like the HTC Touch Pro or even the HTC S743, and that's a bit of a problem. That said, they did increase the processor speed on this new unit, and as you'll see throughout this demonstration, screens come up pretty fast, and it's got really fast performance, which is pretty refreshing. Okay, so the Matrix Pro has several home screens to choose from, and what we have here is the standard Windows Mobile 6.1 sliding panel interface, and we have a little spring background here. We've seen this many times before. You can see your next appointment. You can quickly add a new appointment. You can go to your text messages and your email. It's a really nice interface, but let me show you what else you can load onto the home screen. So I'm going to go into Start, and then I'm going to go into Settings and Home Screen. And let's change it to the launcher. Okay, this is what the launcher looks like, and it's kind of a new style design. I don't like it very much. What you do is you press the down arrow, and then you can filter through your messages. You can filter through your email, calendar, so it's kind of like the same concept as a sliding panel, so you have everything in one place. But it's slow, it's chunky, it doesn't look that good, you can't really customize it. And so I revert back to the sliding panel interface. Okay, and this is the default sliding panel interface, and it actually has a little bit of at&t branded stuff, which is why I turned it off. So we go down to at&t Express Mail. You can start Express Mail. And then that's pretty much the only added part to the default interface. So let's go into the Start menu and see what kind of programs we have on the device. And I'm going to go into All Programs. And let's go Landscape for the demonstration. So here we have the standard stuff: messaging, calendar, contacts, that sort of thing. We have a lot of at&t branded stuff like cellular video, MediaNet, Media Mall. Really a bunch of junk that is really annoying to have on here. If we go to My Stuff, it's a file explorer. This comes with a really good messenger program. It's OZ Messenger, and it lets you access AIM and Yahoo and Live Messenger, which is great. Click the back button. And to the right of that, we have MobiTV. And for those of you that don't know, MobiTV actually lets you watch live TV on your device. It's great, but the trouble with it is that it costs I think it's $5 a month, or maybe even a little bit more than that. But right now I'm running a demo, and let me show you it. Your trial has expired, so I can't even use it. I spent about 2 minutes watching TV, and it's already expired. It costs $10 to buy the unlimited, and we can kind of get in there and see the interface. So it's a really nice looking way to browse through channels, and they have a lot of good channels. And by the way, most at&t devices come with this by now, so this isn't unique to the Matrix Pro. And I can't do anything because my trial's expired. So let's go back. Okay, so we have AT&T GPS, although you can use Google Maps Mobile or Windows Live Search if you want to use a location-based service, which I recommend you do. We have the full suite of Office Mobile applications, which is great. If we go over to Organizer, we have a standard alarm, calculator, notepad, world time, voice notes, so that you can record some notes that you have along the way. So really basic tools that they include. We have games, and there's several games added, but every one of them, except for Bubble Breaker and Solitaire, is Java-based trialware, and that's a big sticking point that I have with AT&T devices. They come with a lot of trialware, stuff that you can't use unless you pay for it, and that's really annoying. I mean, you spend the money to buy the device, you would think they would include some nice games with it, but unfortunately that's not the case. Going down, we have another button for applications. And here we have the camera, and actually the camera interface is quite good, and we'll talk about photo quality coming up in the review. I'll show you why the camera interface is quite good. So right now it's black because I'm sitting on a desk, but if I go to Options and I go to Settings, this is how I change the settings. It's really easy, and it's really easy to use the icons to see what you're changing, and you can just go up and down to change to normal quality or high quality, change the resolution. Unfortunately, the camera doesn't have autofocus or a flash, which may impede photo quality. Again, we're going to talk about that in the review coming up on Pocketnow.com. We have File Explorer, Java, a way to view PDFs. We have System Info, which will tell you, the CPU speed and things like that. Speed Dial, more Java programs, Voice Commander, which will let you speak to your device without having to train it. And let's go back to the previous screen. We have settings, nothing terribly interesting in there. You have the ability to shut off the setting for answering a call when you slide open the keypad. You also have a setting for turning on and off the device lock when you slide on and open and close the keypad. Going down, Skyfire is something that I've added. We have Bluetooth Explorer, and then we have Remote Desktop, which is kind of surprising that this device comes with Remote Desktop because the screen is so small and so low resolution. You'd probably wonder, is it even usable on a device like this? Okay, and right now I'm logged into my Windows Vista machine with Remote Desktop, and it's somewhat usable. You have a cursor that you can move around on the screen, and you get a little box in the corner that shows you where you are in relation to the whole screen. So if I click on Start, the Start menu will work. So this may be useful for doing very, very light tasks like retrieving a document or finding a phone number that you have listed on your device. But I wouldn't expect to use it for typing documents or checking email. But it's good that they included it on the Pantech Matrix Pro anyway. So overall, I think the Pantech Matrix Pro is a really good messaging device. Probably not for the professional who wants the best of the best with really good email messaging features. It's a very basic device, but it does well at what it sets out to do, which is to be a good communicator with a nice sense of style and two ways to enter in text, the slider and the full QWERTY keyboard. If you're on AT&T right now, I think the Fuse would be a better choice if you're a professional and you want something more robust. That said, we've got the full review coming up on Pocketnow.com, where we're going to talk about battery life and talk about all the cons of the devices and come out with a conclusion at the end. So that's it for now.